I mean, we've been talking about, obviously, Wings, how they've given us a good showing, staying in the winners bracket, but OG, they've just come back up for the lowest bracket. They absolutely destroyed Wings in game 1. 18-minute victory, it wasn't close at all. And here we have, again, the opening picks, Io and Jug for themselves. Crit Io, that in itself is got to be something that Wings, they're going to be pretty scared about. I mean, we've seen some great Io performances from Crit here, and over what the last months, the year or so, it's definitely one of his best heroes.
Talking to Wings earlier in the day, asked them kind of who they wanted to play in the grand finals, and they of course said OG because they still consider them more or less the best team in the world. So they got their wish. Last game, they gave up the Drow that's been such an integral hero in the past few weeks, and kind of got a taste of their own medicine almost. But in a sense, they've also said, you know, for this event, winning is important for us, but we mostly want to prepare for TI. So in terms of letting the Drow through, the Drow Medusa strategy that we saw Liquid use in that Manila to get into the grand finals, that we saw Newbie then take from them. They just wanted to be able to test out their own counters to it, and maybe teams find an answer for that Drow strategy, and you start to see that being run during TI. So Wings are just happy to be learning from a team as strong as OG right now, regardless of the outcome of the series.
And banned so far, nothing too out of the ordinary, apart from the AA. I mean, Wilson, if you're seeing you know, you're going to be running a Jug IO strat, obviously the heals are going to be there. Is AA just such a huge nuisance if you're going to be playing like this? You just got to get rid of it.
Yeah, AA is pretty good against those two heroes, and I'm sure that OG has sort of like a push lineup, or maybe like something resembling a push lineup planned, and AA is pretty good at deterring those.
Yeah, I guess in a sense as well. Just even little things like dropping down an ice vortex and having Ogre drop down his combo, and you know, the magical damage can be pretty ridiculous. And Fog did, you know, that kind of explosiveness is something that someone like an IO is going to be very, very scared of.
Yeah, I mean, OG's lineup right here, we're just looking at the first two, the Wisp and the Jug. Like, the AA ban makes just perfect sense. You don't want to be dealing with it. You want to be able to reset the fights, just reset the engagements, and AA can really just mess up the game plan. And that's, I mean, OG started with these two heroes. You don't want your game plan to get disrupted when you only pick two right away. Definitely a good ban coming out from them.
Those are two signature heroes there for OG. I always associate Wisp with these teams that have a heavy HOD background. Complexity, and certainly OG as well. And I think with that, we're headed to the bench.
Okay, so 4th ban now for OG. We'll see what they're able to follow up for. Obviously, the Wings taking out the axe away from OG, a hero that the OG have definitely started to dabble with towards the latter half of this LAN, and had a lot of success. Whether it be even Miracle trying it out in the mid, even though it seems to definitely be more effective when Moon's been playing on the offlane, as Miracle's just had a few hard matchups. But at the same time, both absolutely exceptional Axe players. A little bit of a change around on the couch, ladies and gentlemen, as you'll be very excited to hear some different voices in a minute, so do bear with us. As at the moment, it's just me and Wilson holding the fort. Wilson, any predictions? OG's next ban here? Who else? Who do you ban against Wings? I mean, Alchemist, is that just, you don't want to deal with that?
Alchemist was definitely an okay pick for Wings, because when you have a Wisp, it's sort of harder to pressure the Alch.
Yeah, and well, Huskar picked up, and we couldn't have a more relevant person joining us on the couch. In fact, we've got two of them, two of the boys from Liquid, KuroKy and Matumbaman. Welcome to the couch, boys. And Matumbaman, Huskar picked up by Wings. Bit of a fan?
Yeah. Let's. I don't want to talk about this hero.
Game winning?
Game
losing?
Honestly, I think the only relevant person on this couch is right now this guy. I'm just a guy.
I mean, KuroKy, the draft, you know, it's, you just play the heroes, you know.
Yeah, well,
it's you know, Kuro, you're the man behind the, you know, the thoughts and behind the teams in the draft. Huskar picked up at this stage. Tinker's going to be picked up in response by OG. Wings here at this point. There's still the Dazzle. There's still the Oracle. Are we definitely going to see a hero like that come out, or can you run Huskar in different ways?
Well, you always want to pair the healer with Huskar, so there's the Dazzle. Dazzle and Oracle are both very good choices.
I think we can't hear Kuro production. Fix it now. Oh, the stream can hear it. It's just me.
Oh,
okay,
split.
You're fine, Kuro. Okay, that's me. Oh, I can hear you now, KuroKy. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
I mean, they don't really need Oracle because they don't play against like a stunner you want to remove the stun from with Oracle ulti. So Dazzle is casually good. That's a well-rounded lineup by Wings Gaming.
A Legion Commander is going to be picked up here, and this was... Who was it? Na'Vi tried the Legion against us. Was he? It was you guys, wasn't it? How did you have trouble playing against the Legion Commander, Matumbaman?
I mean, it wasn't hard, but it was like, you know, we countered them. Easy game. So, I'm too overwhelmed right now. I can't even English. I'm just sitting here with you guys, listening to your thoughts about this
My
game.
thoughts? I don't have any thoughts. I'm here to bring yours out.
I think like Wings like wanted this Husker because like OG banned the AA and they
Yeah.
kind of wanted to couple with the Wisp Husker and they have Juggernaut as well and they would just like run them down. But Wings was like on point, picking the Husker right there.
Yeah, this is...
And
Oh,
OG they ran Legion Commander before in this tournament very successfully.
Yes,
Call
yeah,
it,
Moon
I
Legion.
think. I mean, the Juggernaut will definitely go like carry.
Yeah.
They might even put the Tinker safely in Jugger mid. It's pretty much how they feel like it's better. And
Yeah, I guess in that sense as well, is the Huskar definitely going to be safe lane, or could there be a situation where you are putting the Huskar mid to get a certain matchup?
you might always want to do that,
Yeah.
but I don't think they will this game.
No.
I think Wings Gaming will try to put the Batrider and Ogre on the off lane together and put the Husker and Dazzle on the safe lane. That's what they plan to, at least for now. So the only question for OG is how they can make the Legion Commander work, because if they throw him on the off lane, he's gonna suffer. So I think OG will dual lane the LC. There's Undying, he's a very potent dual laner. So they might just put the LC Undying bottom, on their off lane. Put the Wisp Juggernaut on safe lane, put Tinker mid. They might even, if they're very crazy, they might even try lane with the Wisp and put the Jugger, just sack him in the safe lane against the Batrider and the Ogre, because they have a hard time killing the Jugger. It pretty much depends how OG is feeling about it.
Yeah, I mean, Matumbaman, say you're the Huskar, you've seen OG, you've got this potential kind of Legion Undying running at you in your safe lane. Is that... How much of a nightmare is that? Are you able to deal with that?
I mean, you're a bit worried, but once you get like your level 3, you got 2 Burning Spears, you just throw the spears at them, Dazzle is gonna crave you, and you get both kills. You might die on Husker, but in the end it's like fine, Dazzle is gonna smile like, yeah, getting close to that Solar Crest, boys.
And then suddenly you're winning the game with a Husker draft.
Yeah, just run down all lanes.
Oh boy, Wilson, we've just seen the final pick there. It is going to be the Invoker for Wings Blink, of course, running that in the mid lane. Is this a game where we're going to see the Huskar draft just go crazy, or do you think OG could have the tools to put it to a stop?
I think it'll really depend on the first few engagements, because later in the game it might be really hard for OG to catch the Wings hero, since their primary initiation is the Legion Commander. So hopefully they can come out of the early game well enough to be able to fight the Huskar aggression.
I think it all comes down to this bottom lane, how well OG is gonna like hold down the Husker in the early game.
They might even put Jugger off lane and put LC in the safe lane solo.
Yeah, so they have better ways to deal with this Wings bullshit.
I mean, we're seeing here the Spotted Innocence. He's kind of playing around the tree line here. They don't have too much lockdown, but it looks like they don't need it. If No-Tail's able to get himself in position, blocking off the Ogre, they'll take themselves first blood for the Juggernaut. And Wings left to run away. In fact, well, they're going to continue to chase this Shadow, falling low. He's going to be fine, but OG there with the movement, finding themselves first blood. Wings unable to do anything to stop it.
Yeah, the Ogre also skilled Bloodlust. It's gonna hurt him quite a bit, so he's forced to actually go bottom now. You see Batrider is already ready to cut the creeps off. He's in position.
The battle begins.
The sneaky plays.
Yeah, but actually no one is top. LC is actually going top, so they will try with the Juggernaut.
Yeah, and I mean, as you said, this is exactly what you're expecting from the KuroKy, and considering the draft, this is, in your mind, this is one of the ways you deal with a Huskar. You just put so much pressure on him at the start.
Yeah, you do want to pressure him as much as possible. It's kind of weird now for Wings, because they have like this Bloodless Ogre, so I see like this big man Dazzle trying to hit him.
Yeah, I saw. He's taking a fair bit of beating here from Flying Crit. He's going to turn around and try and punch back at the Undying, but...
Yeah, Flyer wants to make sure to block the camp, but he's forfeiting the idea for now, since the range creep is just hunting him down. Gotta respect the range creep. Just look at him hitting him down.
There we go, trying to move in again onto Shadow, and we're just seeing the combination from the strength removal and having that Blade Fury damage at this stage of the game, really forcing back the Huskar. In fact, well, Motel now being turned upon. Wings trying to get a bit aggressive back themselves. Fly tethered up by Crit, moving in, and what? One swipe and Ice Ice is gone. Innocence and Shadow, they've got to be careful as well. OG moving in. Crit just able to juggle his teammates beautifully here, keeping them both alive. And the pressure's really going to continue, and it really seems like this safe lane for Wings is going to have a tricky start, to say the least. OG playing it perfectly.
That Bloodlust first seems kind of game losing, actually.
Yeah, Dota is a very shaky game. It's very volatile. Like, little things in the early game can just snowball tremendously and just change the game inherently. At the same time, I do believe this is very uncomfortable for Wings to begin with, having the Ogre in the safe lane. They pretty much want him to be on the off lane with Batrider and put a good amount of pressure there. But OG has responded very smart with picking and dying and just forcing the off lane pressure.
And obviously the other lanes that we haven't really mentioned too much, we can see in the mid lane, Miracle with the edge, 8 for 4 on his Tinker compared to Blink's 3 for 1 on the Invoker. So Invoker already struggling in the early games, but he is going that Quasi-Exort build, so we'll have that catch up potential if he does fall back in the lane. Top lane, Legion versus the Bat. Moon 13 for 0 against the 7 for 0. And I guess this is a lane that we can expect the Legion to do pretty well in.
Yeah, he can get the napalms off and just smacking him in the face and nuke his ass, so...
He can also run away with the nuke.
Yeah, he feels good, honestly.
And on top of that, Batrider actually skilled Firefly level 1 to cut the creep wave, so it's very unfavorable for him.
And we can certainly see the struggle, and this is one of the things as well. If the top lane and mid lane don't go too great, Wings, they've got to kind of just rely on staying on their own on these solo lanes, because these supports, they're not going to be able to leave the bottom lane for a long time, surely, at least for the entirety of this laning stage. With the amount of pressure OG's putting on Wings, they've got to stay in their positions.
Yeah, they gotta come big in the 10 to 15 minutes to win this game.
Yeah, the good news for OG though is if Invoker starts getting stronger, the retaliation of OG is kind of weak against Invoker. He can have a free-ish game here, but at the same time, playing against Tinker in mid lane is a kind of bad matchup for Invoker. And Tinker is just incredibly strong. He beats pretty much every hero in mid lane. Maybe not TA, but besides that, Tinker always has a free game if it's an uncontested 1v1 mid, which is rare to begin with. Usually you have roamers running around, but OG is making sure to just hold them on their bottom lane, so Miracle can have a pure 1v1 against Blink from Wings.
Absolutely, Tinker is going to have a great start this game. Bottom, looking at how the CS has been affected by this tri-lane pressure, you can see Notel 13 for 8, Huskar, Shadow managed to find himself 9 for 3, but still certainly behind OG in this lane as well.
Yeah, it's mostly the levels. They're halting down the Wings levels on Huskar and their supports, so they're like, they can't like 5-man ball with like low level heroes because towers don't give EXP.
Oh, Blink tries to go on Miracle. Miracle's going to burst him down. Fabian's come across on the Batrider, should be able to chase this down, find a kill in return until Crit turns up with the TP tether, keeping Miracle alive. OG again finding themselves this kill for free in the mid lane, and even with the rotation of the off laner, Wings can't find the return kill. And I mean, Wilson, this is again not looking to be the start that Wings would have hoped for. And is it going back to the same problem in game 1, that it's just a stronger draw from OG?
A little bit of that, but also Wings kind of messed up at the early game, letting OG take control of bottom lane like that and get an advantage.
Yeah, definitely. That was a big blunder from Wings.
I also feel like the Ogre should have moved off the lane earlier, because I don't think there's much he can do against the tri-lane after.
He's giving them moral support, staying there.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, I see Bat.
Ogre, the best thing you can do is actually run mid and just like poke the Tinker,
Yeah.
so Invoker's a little bit of a better time. But he's just, when you play grand finals and things like that just happen, you feel pressured. Pressure always gets to you. You want to do the correct move, but it's not easy to understand what the correct move is in the moment.
And you're not sure if you're making a mistake when you move around like that.
Yeah, it's classic Dota. It's like always self-doubt, become depressed, kill yourself.
Oh dear. Well, we can certainly see Ogre starting to go for that kind of sentiment. He's come towards the mid lane, but can't just find the way of getting himself in and involved on the action, as Miracle still continues to have pretty much free reign there in the mid. 24 for 9 against the 15 for 5 of Blink. Strength to strength from this Tinker. Again, Ogre moving in close. Innocence. Yeah, he's going to just contest the 6-minute rune, but again, there's not a lot he can do. He's only got a couple of his spells out. Miracle just walks in front of him, takes the bounty rune from underneath his nose. This is certainly going to be a very, very tricky one for Wings to bring back. And I mean, obviously you're talking about lanes, talking about how the Ogre should have moved around. Would there be no sense in Wings moving the Huskar lane? Like if they said, let's take this to the top or put this in mid, was there any way that Wings could have found a better place for the Huskar in the early game?
Not really. Right now Wings just has to do like what they keep doing. They should just try to get back into the game, just play the game. If anything, there's a little bit of pressure on OG, even though they're like clearly having an advantage. But the pressure of OG is to find the real winning condition in the game, and it's clearly to hold down the Invoker. Like Invoker is the only hero that can demolish OG's lineup.
Okay, moving in onto bottom. Miracle is coming with the rotation with the help of Crit. TPs will be coming through, and just in time, Ice Ice will lay down the shallow grave, but OG the fourth, and they're going to be moving in for more. There's a duel available on Moon. They have lost Crit here on the IO, but still playing around. Moon now goes for the duel onto the Dazzle. They'll take him, they'll find the duel ruin, and now moving in for more. Shadow trying to get himself out. Innocence is coming with the TP rotation. Shadow trying to turn, but the laser from Miracle comes out. It's a double kill for Tinker. And Wings only able to find the crit IO kill in return. Let's see if they can get Fly. Innocence chasing down, but he's out of mana. Fly should be able to walk this one off. Stuns coming through. Bat with the rotation as well. Maybe they can kill off Undying. He's going to heal up himself. And, well, the lasso drop. They're going to pull him back into the Sunstrike. They will take down Fly as well on Undying. And Baby's looking for more. Eyeing up Moon, chasing this one down. Moon, he's got the backup of Crit, though. Batrider can't quite finish it off. Shadow looking towards Crit, but doesn't want to do anything too crazy there. So Wings do find a couple of kills in return, but still OG they take 2 in return, and they do get a dual win on Moon. So still just not quite enough there for Wings to really feel confident about switching this and swinging this game back.
Actually, that was extremely favorable for Wings game.
Okay.
Because like OG going bottom cost them way too much. They just traded 2 for 2 and they're in a winning position. And if you look at the mid tower, it's actually dead. So Invoker gained so much from the whole scenario for them. Like I think OG should pressure the Invoker and not the bottom lane, because at this point of the game it's rather easy for Wings to protect the safe lane. They can just go there and TP.
So you're more worried about the Invoker getting out of control at this stage rather than the Huskar?
I mean, as you see in the game, what actually happened is, even though they committed 4 heroes bottom of OG, the trade-off just simply wasn't there for them. Like instead, they lost the mid tower. That's, even though they're winning and crushing 3 lanes, they just lost their mid tower. It's not something you want.
Okay, and Wings looking to try and make some more of this momentum go their way with the smoke up.
They want to go big now.
Yeah, just keep going, keep riding with
Almost 10 minutes, now it's the Wings golden times.
Yeah,
all their damage in this smoke is from the Sunstrike, I think.
Finding momentum.
Yeah.
And the Miracle Kill as well. Oh, look how much money that Tinker's got. Oh, that's got to be painful. That's got to be painful. Oh, he was so close as well. Well, OG have turned up. They're going to look for a bit of a turnaround. They get the duel onto Bat. Not going to win the duel, they'll still take the kill. OG.
Get out, Hodor.
Yeah, that was good for Wings. Even though they lost Batrider, they, like you pointed out, he was so close to triple ball.
Killing Tinker at that time. That's... and a crit kill as well. All right.
And the other thing is they forced like pretty much every TP there. So the map opened up for Wings Gaming. You can, if you look at the minimap, Wings Gaming is comfortable, just spread out. They're taking control of 2 lanes as of now, while Invoker is farming Ancients. So, and OG is not getting income on any lane as of now.
The Wings train is coming for you, OG.
I mean, OG is still in a clearly like favorable position, no matter what.
Yeah.
They should be just a little bit careful where they decide to put pressure on. Wings is just regrouping themselves once again. They're actually gonna commit for another smoke, I think.
There we go.
So we see the really cool synergy between Ogre and Batrider. Like, he just bloodlusts the Batrider. He's so quick. It's much easier for him to latch the lasso.
Oh, Miracle! No, not like this again. Look at. Okay, he's got him this time. He's managed to get past that hurdle. The Wings. Let's see if they're still able to make a jump onto the Tinker in the mid lane, closing the gap. Here we go. They'll chase him down with the Colts now. So they have dropped the Tombstone Fly, see if there's any kind of chance for OG to turn this, but Miracle's taken down. Wings find themselves one.
Oh, he wants to get him.
And he might just do it. He's got the lasso available. He will. He's caught Fly. Starts to drag him back into the Sunstrike. Closing in as well, but Crypt's coming across. We've got a good nuke down from Moon, and now OG forcing Wings back. Ogre, he's going to be jawed, but the Grave will deny Moon that bonus jaw damage. They're still going to be able to finish off the kill. OG chase for anything more. No-Tail on the run now with the charges. He's got enough for the Omni.
Mode.
Oh, Shadow. He's come here for the shutdown. He's going to jump in immediately. Backing off, though. Now Fly, he's kind of left alone. You've seen the movement to the right, but he's incredibly tanky. Backup is now starting to come back in for Fly. Already behind them. OG trying to jump in onto Wings. No-Tail still got the Omni Slash available. Shadow's going to jump in onto him. There's the Omni, but the Graves there. Now Shadow just pummels in with the Burning Spears onto No-Tail. One more touch will do it. The Blade Fury is actually going to run out before the... Yeah, he still ticks out. And look at this. They're looking for more. Batrider gets the first Napalm onto Crypt. Tethers himself back away across to the Creepway. There's a Sunstrike available. He's going to go for the play. Oh! Blink on the Invoker. And Wings, I mean, at this point, as you said, OG did have still a lead, but it's all falling through their fingers now.
I mean, like Dota 2 is a very beautiful game, but watching Wings is even more beautiful sometimes. They made extremely smart decisions, just going for the right amount of pressure from mid lane. The moment the mid tower died, just a lot of credit given to the Invoker at this point. Vetrider's trying to get the Tinker, can't. So the Invoker just killed the mid tower, and then the map just opened up. It was so much easier to just walk around there and get more kills. And OG's heroes, they're kind of awkward playing this kind of game. They have an Undying Wisp, it's 2 heroes that don't ledge anyone, there's no stun, no real slow. Then they have a Tinker who needs space. And then there's just a Elsie and Juggernaut left who actually try to do things, but the Wings is overwhelming them with more heroes. They consciously smoke with a Dazzle to just gank a Tinker and poke them into the river fight.
Yeah, it feels like OG has to react to the movements from Wings just because they don't have any like big catch.
Exactly. So OG is playing a reactive position while Wings is being the active person, active team in this game. Even though OG had like usually when you have the barrel laning stage, you set the tempo, but Wings is already setting the tempo. Like they don't give a shit, they just do it.
Yeah, this is looking very promising for Wings indeed, especially after the kind of the way that the game one played out.
I mean, this game is quite even now. It's a very interesting game at this point.
Something cool is that the Batrider plus the support smoke combo normally wouldn't have that much damage, but with the Sunstrike they can actually get kills, and the Evoker
They've been
can
utilizing this quite well.
OG now trying to look for a bit of action themselves with their own smoke. They have the duel, they've got the Omni Slash available. So if they're actually able to find anything. Looking to try and bait a bit with Miracle. Looks like Wings aren't biting, and this will now come round. Actually going to be able to move No-Tail about here, but indeed unable to find anything with the smoke.
This is the problem with like the Wings got the mid tower. If OG got their tower, this smoke would actually work because like there's a tower, you can't smoke past it. It's really hard to make that move.
Yeah, you can really feel how OG like they want to take an action now, but it's hard. Oh, Batrider's going in.
Oh, look at this. The lasso into the Sunstrike. Miracle is just a free kill for this bat.
He's just falling on him.
This Batrider is playing extremely well. Face beyond, very good offlaner.
When I played against him in a pop, he triggered me so hard. I was trying to kill him, I was playing Axe, I was Timber, so seriously, he was dropping the Tranquils on my face all the time. That was something that I wanted to lose that game.
Did you lose the game?
Oh, I won.
Oh, you did win.
I wanted to. So every other Axe on my lane would have just died so many times.
Oh man.
I'm wondering if OG can go for Roshan if they bait them into the top lane of Wings, because they have Undying. Undying's ulti works on Roche, so it's not
the
hard
damage
to
amp,
yeah, the damage amplification works. I feel like OG is actually already setting up for like a bottom play around the Roche area. You always need to be very conscious about the whole bottom area that is Roshan. But the Ogre is not showing top as of now, he's just staying in fog. So I had to give them an illusion where he actually is on the map, and Invoker's just farming very safe spots. also not showing on the lane.
So what's the plan for OG? To take a tier 1 and then look to Roche at this stage?
Correct play by OG to just get control of the bottom area of the map. Just get the territory. Dota is often just a game of territory. You want to hold certain territories and control them for a period of time till their value diminishes, and as long as Roshan's there, there's a huge value around this area.
Let's see, yeah, moving in very aggressively. The TPs are going to be coming in from Wings, so people backing up. Still just missing the Invoker, but a good Sunstrike has potential that needs to offer, and he does have bots, so he can join the fight if needed. Wings, Fabian trying to set up, has the blink, the lasso jumps in. Actually not going to commit it to No-Tail here, as No-Tail's allowed to back off. The pressure's still been putting on here.
For the Invoker in mid lane, he's just literally doing the same thing once again, just pushing the mid tower.
And at this stage as well, just blinks Invoker. We saw obviously at the start that he did struggle in lane, but I guess just this is the power of the Quasi-Exort Invoker, and playing the Invoker in a game where, as we can see, OG, they've been reacting and making moves a lot as a full 5-man. They've just not been able to kind of spread themselves around the map and make as much of the resources as Wings have been able to so far, it seems.
Yeah. And the network has shifted quite a bit. The Huskar's actually leading now with the Invoker together. That's not something OG wants whatsoever. At the same time, OG couldn't even fulfill their mission on the bottom lane, so I'm wondering what their next move actually is right now. The Tinker is not that strong as of now. He needs to get his items. I think he's going for the long item build of the Adderlands, the Blink, Adderlands, Aghanim's before he truly becomes powerful. But that's a lot of time. Like at this point, the Invoker will just like rapidly up his net worth.
And at this point as well, Matumbaman, if you're playing the Husker, obviously you're probably a little peed off with the pressure that OG are putting on you at the start, but are you kind of laughing now, the fact that you've brought it back? You're fine, aren't you?
I would be smiling right now. My mid laner is doing everything correct, my Batrider is winning me the game, I'm just hitting creeps. And now my teammates tell me to smoke up and kill these guys. It's like a dream game right now.
We're going for that smoke, you know?
Yeah!
There we have it, jumping onto Fly, making sure there's no chance of a tombstone or anything come out. He's dragged into the Sunstrike, and of course Wings, they're not happy with one. They're going to look for more. Crit's going to be able to TP out in time though. Already in the trees, No-Tail just hiding, holding on to himself. He's actually going to reveal and goes for the Blade Fury TP out, nothing to cancel it through the magic immunity, so he will be able to escape. But still it's Wings finding actions with these smokes, and OG just unable to do anything in return. Now, Roshan is, of course, there. Is there any chance that Wings will look to do Roche themselves, or is it just too risky against OG's draft?
I mean, Wings, they definitely want to go Roche.
Yeah.
If they go Roche, they might just win the game off that. If Radiant takes the first Roshan, that's one of the most valuable things you can have.
OG know this as well. They want to do something to stop it. The question is, are they going to have the chance to? They're not. It's already down. Wings.
Oh, Honkai! Honkai was gone. Oh, that's my boy.
Shadow just jumping all over the place, and OG, they just look like they don't know what's going on. They don't know what's hit them. No-Tail to melt as well. And at this stage, Wilson, it's feeling like OG are on the path to getting well and truly Husker.
I wish I could play Husker like that. I was sitting here being sad.
I mean, Wings picked up their game really well. They're in a clearly winning position as of now.
Yeah, it's the Wings magic from 10 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
They just roll over you. No
This
matter
is
what
their
happens
window.
in your early game, guys, we're fine. Let's just go.
I gotta say that OG has a hard time making use of their strategy. The problem in these kind of games where they just hold positions is just never the kind of game you want to have with Undying. Undying, you want to run in and kill everyone, because this hero can't do anything else. He can't really farm. And I mean, we see like they can't utilize the Legion Commander either. He's just farming too. So OG seems a little bit lost right now. And they must be thinking of how to claim control back. At the same time, they're gonna play against an Aegis Husker, so no matter what, they can never take a direct 5v5. They need to hope for good pickoffs, but Wings is very good at their positioning. You see, they always are fogged and then waiting for the right moment.
And look at this as well. You know, they see the joke, but they realise you take the Aya. No chance for the safe to be there. Miracle's now going to come in. But again, they just don't have the catch, the control to deal with this Bat Rider like that.
Yeah, actually really smart pickup. He use against Juggernaut, so he can't Omni him after he like kills the Wisp. He always wants to find the Wisp, get a nice kill, some gold in the back, then Yule him if he actually tries to Omni slash him.
Yeah. I think the map movement of Wings is the most interesting part. You can see that the heroes just stay fogged all the time, so OG never knows what's up. Like, even on top lane, they just let the Husker deal with the tower alone.
Dire's top tower.
The Bat Rider was sitting on the trees on the right side, and Walker is just farming Ancients, he's also fogged. It's like, it's very elusive for OG to deal with their kind of heroes. That they don't have a Beastmaster or something like that to just send in Hawks or put clear map pressure.
Faith reacting immediately with a blink back, and hey, uses up the Legion, backs off, Flame breaks away the IO. And again,
it's just playing with them at this point.
Yeah. Nothing they can do to catch the Bat, even with 3 of them put down there. And of course, when you're reacting like that, the rest of Wings, they're going to look to make the most of it elsewhere across the map. Miracle jumps across, but the Weave Vision's there. Miracle caught out and taken down.
Oh, he's stuck.
Yeah, Tinker needs to buy back. This is like high ground if he doesn't.
But Husker can't get out.
Shit.
He's got no slots, yeah.
Hello?
They need to bring the creeps.
can kind of.
Yeah, he needs the Bat. Yeah, you're right, Wolf. He needs to get the Bat. Okay, just jump out. Yeah.
That's the ogre.
Talking about the Bat, OG.
It's just like
Just chilling on the bottom lane.
what are you doing? Hello?
Maybe Moon could kill him.
Oh.
Oh, no! JK.
JK.
I mean, Matt, I can see why you got frustrated against playing against this guy. This man's a bit of a cock tease.
Yeah, he is.
Ah.
See how he plays. He's being an asshole. He doesn't know fair play.
He needs to nerf himself. And Wings at this point, you can see them jumping in. They take the kill onto a fly. The racks are exposed. They'll finish themselves off the melee top. And OG, they just don't seem to have the tools to stop with this kind of Huskar push at this stage of the game.
Yeah, that's the power of the early Aegis, especially from Radiant and Husker having Aegis. You just can't do anything. You just gotta like watch your building style. They're just, everything is on fire. Who cares?
And I guess, Matumbaman, this just goes to show you, look at the Huskar, he's got 4.8k gold, I mean, but we're seeing, he could donate that money to charity, he doesn't need it, does he? He's already got everything he needs.
That is true. I feel like he's gonna buy AC after this.
Yeah, I think AC would be very good.
But I mean, what am I talk to about this Husker game? He's clearly the master.
Oh, the Ogre didn't max Bloodlust. I mean, he makes the Fire Blast. I mean, Ogre is a versatile hero. He can max a lot of spells. Thought you get like at least 2 or 3 points on Bloodlust.
Maybe he thought that his team didn't need the attack speed.
Yeah,
Because of
probably.
Huskar.
I guess he wants more burst as well. Not sure. They do have a lot of damage. I don't know. These Chinese guys.
I think he's actually buying
confusing.
Satanic on Husker.
Yeah, he's just spent 900, didn't he? What did Huskar pick up? He's got something on the courier? Oh yeah, it's a Reven then. Yeah, it must be the helm or something.
He watched my replay. He's just like, I'm just gonna do this better.
I mean, if you're OG, what is the answer from OG now? How do OG turn this around? Can they split them out? Can they wrap them out with the Tinkers?
I mean, they definitely want to fight in high ground.
Yeah.
Get a miracle fight in there. Catch out the Bat when he's like, on your face.
Yeah. Otherwise, they just want to delay the game till Tinker gets more items. Like if he gets Aghanims and the laser shoots like AoE, that's a very nice tool to deal with high ground pushes. At the same time, the Aegis is gonna, it's already out. So, but it's hard. Like Husker is very strong, Satanic, 2.2k HP, it's like 2.8k with Armlet on. Yeah, I don't want to play with that game.
Unstoppable.
The problem is also the supporters of OG, they're like choked out, they can't get any gold. Wisp has a tool to farm creeps, but that's not a way to play Wisp. You want to stay behind your course more than anything else. And the partnered hero Wisp is undying, he has like no tool whatsoever to actually do anything to the creep waves. So he can never like change the creep equilibrium whatsoever.
I mean, look at this. The Huskar moves up, and well, what are you going to do to stop this? He just doesn't care at all. OG, they've got the full 5-man back as Crit just respawns, but they've lost to tier 3 bottom. And it looks like Huskar, you get it in the right draft, it's still going to be incredibly effective. Crit comes in, 3 shots, and he's down.
They're just all on fire.
Alright, Wings, they may have got crushed in game 1, but game 2 they bring the Huskar through to great effect, and OG, they don't have the answers to it. I mean,
Do you think OG panicked a little when they saw the Huskar?
I think so. I mean, I think their early game response was very well thought of. It was very good.
It was amazing. How they
It
like
was.
won the early game on every single lane.
Yeah. But then, like, I was just one gank on the Husker bottom that just, like, everything just fell apart at this point.
where they lost their tier 1 mid.
Yeah, and at the same time they killed the Tinker once there, and from there the game seemed pretty natural for Wings to just do what they need to do. I mean, I do believe that they should have, like, diverted their aggression onto the Invoker in mid lane. First of all, to stop the Invoker. Second of all, Huskar's already having a bad game, as you shouldn't give him trade kills. And the third point is, if you get the enemy mid tower, they can just apply pressure much more cleanly. They can, like, start smoking in there, apply pressure, get 1 kill, go back to Roshan, take the Roche for themselves. With Undying, they have a good tool to take Roche. If they get the first Aegis on LC or Juggernaut, they can apply more pressure for 5 more minutes till Tinker gets big enough and deals with the game. Because this is a kind of good game for Tinker. Yeah. I mean, it's very annoying to play against Batrider as Tinker. It's probably the most nightmarish hero as a Tinker player. Otherwise, every Tinker player, you know, they're all the same. They're like, I'm gonna win the game alone. But Batrider can kind of stop that. But at the same time, like, it supports like Ogre, Dazzle, they don't do anything to Tinker. He can always deal with them. They're no threat on the map ever, even in the team fights. But all credits to Wings to not crumble to the pressure. They fought their way back very well. I think clear MVP is the Batrider.
Yeah.
At the same time, you always gotta credit the whole team. You never know what's going on and who's like.
No, who's
stuff.
making the calls
Yeah.
and the
I
decisions.
see a lot of like this Invoker just pushing mid lane. He made a trade. He didn't go to jungle and farm. He just sit mid to hit the tower consciously to open up the map for his team. So you can see how teamish this team is in terms of strategy. That they just wanna make things work for each other.
I mean, would you say in that sense that this game was lost off the back of the play, or if you go back to the draft, was it just such a perfect match for the Huskar to be in that OG were never really going to have the answers, or could you see that there certainly could have been a way that Huskar could have been dealt with?
Well, I always think draft is maybe like 60% of Dota
60%.
and 40% is execution. I think both drafts are cool. I think OG has more pressure though, just because it looks awkward to have an Undying Wisp Tinker. It's just they need to kill stuff. They need to keep killing stuff and they can't die. And this Undying and Wisp, they can only get gold for killing pretty much. And Tinker is kind of slow hero. Like he needs like travel boots. You know, everyone's like save the Tinker. He needs travels. And then I need Blink Dagger. And then like, what do you do, man? It's like, okay, get the Blink, get the Adderlands. Like, okay, what are you about? This Invoker, sorry, like Midas, Aghanims. You click on him, you're afraid of this Invoker. It's like doing this thing with Phosphorus and Electricity all the time. I think it's like, wait, my Aghanims, guys. And LC did have a really good game. So if they could have utilized the Legion Commander much more aggressively, they tried on the bottom lane. It just cost them so much.
I mean, real question here is how did he not die in this losing game? Don't you just throw your body in there like for the watch?
I don't know.
Maybe you're